I'm so excited to chat with you because this season is already super packed, no pun intended, of great and intriguing things on Superman and Lois. Where do we pick up with Chrissy?
Where do we pick up on the first episode or like moving forward?
Where do we pick up? Yes, with the first episode of this season. Where do we re-find everyone?
Oh man, Chrissy is I feel like for the first time exploring her life outside of the Gazette. And it's such a special thing I think for her and for me as well. It gives me something to explore, like a different side of her. That and the different interactions with like different characters. Like I get to work with Eric. Like that's so much fun.
So intriguing because we're seeing you outside of the Gazette. So it's nice to see she has a personal side to her. She's not all business. And there's quite a connection that she develops romantically. Well, for her side at least, right out of the gate. With Kyle, what was your first reaction when you read that maybe there was a spark between the two of them?
I remember the preseason meeting that we had, and I'm not even kidding you when I say that my mouth was like it just fell. I was like the whole time. I don't think a word came out of my mouth because at the moment I was like, how is this going to work? Like they've never really had much of an interaction in the seasons past. And so I was a little, I trust Todd and I trust Brent. And so going into it, it was just a whole other world to explore. But I think that the connection that Kyle and Chrissy have, it works. Like it just somehow, like I feel like it works. They're in a place in their lives where it just I don't know, it just kind of happened and I'm really enjoying like everyone's reaction to it.
I was going to say, you're a part of social media. What kind of response have you been receiving already to the season premiere?
I think it is a little bit of that where I think I read something that was like, it just feels right. Like it comes out of nowhere, but it just kind of clicked. And I think that's kind of been, at least when Eric and I were talking about it, we were like, oh my God, like, how is this actually going to work? But the time that we had spent on set on that first episode, we were like, oh, we kind of get it.
Well, professionally, what is it going forward this season that we'll be seeing Chrissy explore? Are there certain topics that she's focused on still right now as far as events in the city go, or is she sort of all over the place with what develops? I mean, that you can't tease just yet to come this season.
I think that she is trying to find a work life balance. Really, I think that for the past two seasons, that she's just all of her time has really been spent in the Gazette or going investigating with Lois, and there still will be that this season. And so it was really fun um, for me to watch that growth in Chrissy as well, and working on that and trying to figure out how to sort of weave all of it together. Someone who is so steadfast in her work, what she is like outside of that, and how it all sort of blends into the complex human that she is.
What does it mean to you then to work along such an iconic character over the years? Lana is part of the Superman and Lois lexicon. What does that mean to you?
Oh my God. I mean, it means so much. I mean, I have I really admire and I love what Emmanuel does with Lana. She's such an iconic character, and she makes her so relatable and so easy to love. Working with her is just incredible. Anytime that we have a moment together on set, it's always just so much fun. And working on the project as a whole, just even the weight of Superman and Lois, believe me, like I carry that with me every time I step foot on set. And it means so much to me because I know it also means so much to so many people.
My goodness, this is such an incredible and intense edge of your seat watch week after week. How do you tend to shake off a long day of shooting?
I don't know. I don't know that I like shaking it off. I know it sounds so silly, but I feel like I guess I can just speak for myself. Like I come alive anytime I'm on set. So that adrenaline kind of goes through the whole day. I guess like a good night's sleep sort of helps. But I find myself trying to hold on to it for as much as I can because I feel like every time I step foot onto set, whether it's like the back lot or whether we're at the studios, I really feel the magic that is created with the whole cast and crew. I just wish there was a way that I can bottle it and take it with me just about everywhere, you know?
Well, there's had to have been plenty of memorable moments from filming so far, but are you able to tease maybe, especially, well, episode one this season was a standout. Are you able to tease any other episodes that viewers should really keep an eye out for?
Oh my God. I feel like it's it's going to sound so silly, but I feel like every episode packs such a punch and such a twist. When I tell you that after every episode gets sent to us, like the first draft of it, we're all either texting or calling each other kind of immediately, being like, did you read that part yet? Did you open it up yet? Like, so I feel like every week with every episode kind of rolling out, it's going to be kind of very packed and punch worthy and getting on the phone worthy and discussing what's all going to be unfolding.
Going into the season, were you hoping to or maybe excited to share more scenes with someone in particular?
I was really excited to see the dynamic with Clark and Lois and Chrissy at the Gazette together and what that looks like. And obviously, working with Bitsy and Tyler is just so much fun. And I feel like it'll translate through how we work on set and what the characters get to explore and how they feel as well. I was really looking forward to that dynamic.
Week after week, it's such an intense and incredible series that you just have to watch to see what's going to play out. Is that what you think it is that continues to make it such a fan favorite series? Of course, outside of the Superman and Lois lexicon that the comic books have created.
I really think so because I also think that the writers have done such a phenomenal job with filling every character with such a loaded backstory and storyline season to season. And the development of each character is so deep that I feel like there's always something or someone to relate to on the show and to be excited to see their growth and their journey and to grow with them as well. So it's just been an incredible joy to be a part of it.
Have you been busy working on anything else lately, or does Superman and Lois tend to take up majority of your time?
Superman and Lois is right now my my focus. Like I feel like I'm just like everybody else waiting for episodes to drop. So I'm still kind of in that world and we just wrapped like last week. So I'm still sort of living in that headspace right now.
What would you like to say then to everyone who are fans and supporters of the wonderful work you do, whether it's through this series or other projects you've been a part of?
I would have to say thank you so much from like the bottom of my heart for welcoming us into your homes, into your lives, and for just really giving us the energy to keep going. So often you work on something and you're cocooned in your little world on set and you kind of put it out there and you're hoping it gets received. And I feel like we're being received with open arms. And for that, I'm so, so grateful.